Hallo YouTube, guten Tag. Mein Name ist Wayne von Wayne Rogers Outdoors und heute machen wir einen deutschen Löwensalat. Ich hoffe, euch gefällt das Video. Danke. Hello YouTubers, guten Tag. Part of the reason I'm making this video today is because I really want to get more into not only preaching and teaching wild edibles, but also ways that you can prepare them to make them palatable. Because there are a lot of videos on YouTube that talk about you being able to eat a lot of things. But knowledge about what you can eat is not the same thing as showing you how to prepare it and to make it taste good. Because believe me, a lot of wild edibles, while yes, they can sustain you, don't really taste all that good. So you got to find ways that you can incorporate these wild edibles into your diet and make them palatable. Dandelion salad today, and we'll get right to it. I'm going to take my MSR Seagull and fill it with dandelions. We're going to get those washed and get them on to soak so they stay hydrated while I do the other things. Be right back, guys. Alright, I've got my dandelion greens they've been sitting here now a good couple of hours. So, now that they're cleaned thoroughly, very, very well hydrated, we're going to move on to the next step. As you can see, those are now very well hydrated, grocery store quality greens. And yes, you can buy dandelion greens at your local grocers occasionally. Some stores are more apt to carry them than others. If you shop at places like Walmart, you're probably never going to see these. But some of the other stores, you will find dandelion greens quite often. Stick with me. Alright, have my packaged bacon here. I'm going to get some of that frying and be right back with you. Alright now guys, as you can see, got my bacon on in my cast iron skillet. And this is a fatty bacon, very fatty bacon, because I want this bacon grease that's rendering down now. It's going to impart a lot of flavor to the dish. So do not skimp on the bacon and don't trim off all the fat. For God's sake, leave the fat. It's going to give you a tremendous amount of flavor. Also, this cup right here, I have 1 egg on to boil because you top this dish with a sliced boiled egg. Alright, stick with me guys. Be back in just a moment. Alright, as you can see, my bacon is done. I've got it all pulled over here to the side because my stove is just a tiny bit off level. So the bacon is over here, all the grease is over here. So that's draining. Here in a moment I'll go ahead and pull that off. And as you can see, my boiled egg is on. That should be ready pretty soon. And then we'll get rolling with how to make bacon sauce. Be right back. Alright guys, bacon's done. That boiled egg there, that should be done as well. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. Not going to turn it completely off because I'm going to transfer my skillet over. Never underestimate the value of a good leather glove. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to gather up ingredients for the bacon sauce and I'll get right back to you guys. See you in a moment. Alright, one of the first things I'm going to do now, since my greens have been soaking this whole time, and as I showed you a little bit earlier, they're very well hydrated now, and I'm going to drain these off, and they're going to get chopped. A lot of Pennsylvania Dutch recipes will leave the greens whole. I like to chop them up. You can even cook them if you'd want to, and I could do that here, but you know, for the sake of keeping it traditional, I'm not going to cook the greens today. I'm going to use them raw. Okay, got my greens cut up, probably about as good as I want. I'll get these plated. Nice pile right there in the center of my plate. Just like so. I'm going to set those aside. Now, we'll get on the bacon sauce. Be right back. Alright, now I'm going to use the same metal camp cup here that I just boiled my egg in. And I'm going to add 1 whole raw egg. Give it a good beat. Like so. Recipe calls for a 1/2 cup sugar. I'm not making that much, so I'm going to reduce that to about 1/4 cup. Maybe a bit less. There we go. Also, 1/4 cup water. 1/4 cup vinegar. Now you can use white vinegar or you can use apple cider vinegar. The stuff with the mothers is really good. Also imparts a very good flavor. Either way though, that's completely up to you. I am using white vinegar today. I'm going to give this a really good mix. I did turn the heat off on my skillet. So what I want to try to do now is I'm going to separate off some of this bacon. Now, I've got all this bacon grease in the skillet, and I'm going to add just a little bit of this. It's not cool yet, but it's certainly not scalding hot anymore. I'm going to add some of that to my bacon gravy. Give this another mix, because this bacon grease is actually incorporated into the egg now, and it's going to kind of help everything to cook a little more evenly. All right, in my skillet it goes. I'm going to increase my heat to about medium now. And there we go. Now if you want to, you can use the water and the vinegar to deglaze the pan. I didn't choose to go that route because I don't have a whole lot stuck to the inside of this pan to begin with, which is what deglazing does. It frees up all those little pieces of bacon and things like that that may have stuck and incorporates them into your sauce. We didn't do that today. We're good to go still. It's still going to be an amazing dish. Alright guys, this needs to cook down now. It needs to become more of a reduction. Now if I wanted to, I could take a little bit of flour and throw it in here, and with the bacon grease and the flour together, I could have taken and making a roux and then added my egg and vinegar and water. I've done this in several different ways and basically come out with the same result. But what I'm going to do, since I do not have flour as a thickener out here at the moment, I'm just going to let this cook now. And the water and the vinegar will keep the eggs from turning basically into an omelet, okay? We don't want that. We're definitely going to make this into a sauce. So, just going to let this cook down and become a reduction, and I'll get right back to you. Alright guys, as you can see, I did not measure. I don't measure I cook by feel or intuition, whatever you want to call it. But as you can see, this is starting to thicken up nicely now. And it is achieving the reduction stage that I want it to. We're going to let it get just a little bit thicker. And we're going to throw this all together. All right, stick with me, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I think my reduction is just about ready. Tell you what, I've tasted it a couple of times, and I think I hit it right on the head, not measuring with the ratio of vinegar to sugar that is best for me, that I like, because I've tasted it already and I didn't have to add anything to it. So it's pretty much right on the money. Go ahead and turn off the heat on my stove. I peeled my boiled egg. I'm going to add my bacon. There we go. Mix that around in there a little bit so that it hadn't sit in the sauce the whole time, so it's going to be a little crispy when I eat it. It won't be all real soft. So that's the reason I chose to add the bacon now rather than sooner. Anyway, here are my greens. Now I'm going to take my lovely bacon sauce here. I'm just going to spoon some right over the top of my dandelion greens, just like this. Yeah, there we go. Now, I've got a boiled egg here that I'm kind of hoping is actually soft boiled. I didn't time it either. I just threw it on, so that yolk may be a little soft. I kind of hope that it is. Oh yeah. It's not soft, but it's not completely boiled solid either. But here you go. Now, cut me off a little piece of this boiled egg here. Man, that's hot. Give me some greens. Give me a piece of egg. Give me some bacon. There we go. And I'll tell you what I love about this recipe. One of the things that makes this recipe so awesome for wild edibles is you could add any green to this you wanted to. It doesn't have to be dandelion. It can also be lamb's quarter. Okay? It can be any wild green. Whatever you like. You can use spinach in place of dandelion if you want to make this at home. You can use collard greens, turnip greens, just anything you want. So it's a very, very versatile dish. But it's also a really good dish to introduce you to eating dandelion greens as part of, you know, supplementing your diet. And if you like greens as much as I do, guys, this is absolute paradise. Okay? Like I mentioned in a previous video, there's a lot of videos that tell you guys what you can eat. But I mean, there's a big difference between telling somebody, see that? You can eat that. Oh, look over here. See that plant? You can eat that one. Oh, look. See that? You can eat that one. But actually showing somebody how they can eat it, you know, that is so much better by leaps and bounds. You can't just tell somebody you can eat something. It's a good idea to show people. Not only can you eat it, but I'll show you how. That's what I'm going to do in this cooking series with wild edibles. So, guys, hang around and stick around for other videos. I've got all kinds of wild edibles that I'm going to be slamming out videos on all summer long. This is just a starter. I'm also going to do a Japanese dandelion dish coming up here. And you know, this guy's pretty much the limit. I'm not really even sure what all I'm going to do yet, but I have so much that I can do. Okay, well, I'm telling you, this is amazing. Really, really good. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. If you've made it this far through the video, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, you want to try this. It's a good starter dish. Don't forget, if you haven't and you'd like to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscription button. Reach down there and hit the bell for notifications if you want to be notified when I upload future videos. Questions, comments, hit me, okay? Drop those down below. Thank you so much, guys, for your views and for your support. And I thank you very, very, very much, and I'll get another video out as soon as I can. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm going to finish eating.